welcome back to the pod. Welcome to Real Talk, you guys. I'm your host, Niki Patton, which always feels so weird to say. Today I want to talk about insecurities and girl talk questions and just answer some stuff that you guys have sent in because I love you. And if we can just become our most confident selves together, that is my whole goal. I want you guys to love yourselves and feel empowered every single day to be your best self. Before we get into all of that though, I am going to be reading a review of the pod. If you guys didn't know, you can leave reviews for the podcast. You can rate it on Spotify and Apple. And every week I'm going to read one because they literally touch my heart and I love you guys. So yeah, if you want to be in next week's episode, make sure to leave a review or rate the podcast. And obviously you can like and comment on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever you guys want. But I'm going to read one for today. Okay, I'm going to read this one. It's from Avery. I love you already. Okay, it says, I love it here. I found Niki on Snapchat 2.5 years ago. Wow. I found Niki on Snapchat 2.5 years ago and I started listening to the podcast about a year ago. Honestly, it's my favorite podcast. Niki is such a vibe and I feel like I'm feeling that amazing energy through the phone. She's such a girl and gives amazing advice and has helped me glow up a little and have a much more confident view of myself. All girlies need to listen to Real Talk. You'll regret not subscribing sooner. I have tears in my eyes. Guys, I just started this thing where I read your reviews once an episode and I started it last week and I am crying. I'm literally crying. This is the second time that I've done it and I've teared up both times. Wow. Okay. I love you guys. And I literally forget that people are listening sometimes and then or even watch my videos or listen to the pod and then I'll read a review and I'm like, wow, there are people on the other side of the screen and it makes me so happy. Also, I'm on my period, just so you guys know. But anyway, what the heck did I get on my sweater? I think I spilled matcha on myself already. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about insecurities. I asked you guys for the insecurities that you're dealing with right now, and I wanted to kind of tackle them together and just talk about them together so that you feel more confident. And then also I asked you guys for girl talk questions. So if we have time, I will get into some of those as well. But let's just get into it. First of all, my bevy of choice today is a matcha. It looks so freaking good. And I haven't drank any of it yet, so I'm going to take a sip. TBH. Wow. I'll do a little ASMR. Okay. Guys, this is my safe space. And I love that it's yours. It makes me so happy. So let's get into some of the insecurities y'all sent in, and I just wanted to talk about them so that you guys feel less alone and know how to deal with them a little bit better, because insecurities can be the worst thing in the world. And I know what it's like to be a girl and to constantly pick at yourself and hate yourself for things that you can't even control. So let's talk about it. Whoa, it's so weird to look at Instagram on my iPad. It's massive. Okay. I said to you guys, tell me what you're feeling insecure about lately or any girl talk question. So let's just get into it. Someone said, my acne. Okay, girl, I feel you. I never struggled with acne, to be honest, as a teenager at all. And then I hit 22 and I started getting breakouts. And I have breakouts on my skin. And I've been dealing so much with just acne underneath my skin. And it's so painful and it's so annoying. And a lot of the acne that I faced actually was my breakup stress acne. I used to break out every time I went through a breakup, which is crazy how stress can really affect your body. I think it's so interesting. But I was dating these guys, and the first time I went through a really harsh breakup was my freshman year of college. Canon event, by the way. Every girl falls in love when she's 19 and has the worst breakup of her life. I swear this is a thing. I swear. Every girl has gone through this. When you turn 19, you fall in love with a guy. It's your first love and your first heartbreak. And I swear it's literally a canon event. I will not accept any other opinion. This is literally always a canon event. And it's always the worst heartbreak and it's always a gaslighter. Please somebody confirm that so I'm not crazy. I swear this happens to every girl. Anyway, I basically always go through breakups. No, always break out when I go through breakups. The first one was that first year of college. I fell in love. And also there was a lot of stress on me from knowing what I wanted to do with my life and all this and that. And So I broke out hardcore, like literally, like on my forehead, I had all these little bumps and I never dealt with acne before. And it looked so, like I was so insecure about it. Like it looked like my face just like exploded on my forehead. Like there was just like so many little bumps and it was all like open wounds and it looked, I just felt so insecure about it, you guys. Like I hated them, but acne, I know this is a hot take. I know you guys are going to be like, what, Nikki? I think acne is kind of cute in a weird way. In a weird way, okay? Sue me. I think that finding love for yourself and starting to love your insecurities is really hard. But something that I was insecure about for a while, because I had a breakup that really affected my face, was a very long-term relationship. And then I moved out to LA on my own and I was so stressed out that I broke out all on my cheeks, and I still am dealing with acne there now. Thanks, boyfriend. But I still am dealing with acne there now, and I have acne scarring, and I have new spots come up all the time, which is so fun. But I've just found, like, if it's out of your control, you got to just find love for it in a weird way. And I know this sounds like kind of impossible, but I have acne scars and I used to like pick them out and I still like try to cover them sometimes. Yeah. But I won't call myself ugly because of it. And I won't see it as something that I like hate about myself. It's just there. And you don't have to love your insecurities, but just accept them. If it's something you can't change, accept it. That is you, and you're human, and you're going to go through things and have things that you can't control about yourself. And just accept it. Honestly, life is so much better when you also stop focusing on your appearance so much. And acne is such a great example of this because it's something where it's like you think it's kind of like the end of the world and everyone's noticing it. I promise you, everyone is too focused on their own insecurities to even notice yours. It is so true. Everyone is too focused on their own freaking insecurities to be like, oh, that girl has a pimple on her face. Like, if anything, they notice it for 1 second and move on with their lives. So you need to do that too, okay? Yes, I have acne scars. Yes, I can see them all the time. Does it bother me? Sometimes. But I've also just made peace with the fact that it's not the most interesting thing about me. Like, I love so many things about myself that I'm going to let that one thing ruin my entire self-image. No. And it's fine. It's literally fine. It's natural. It's a part of life. That's at least my mindset with my insecurities. I know that I have never looked at one of my friends and been like, oh, they have so much acne. I don't want to be friends with her. I've never once thought that about anybody. Like, and no one is thinking that way about you. No one's like, ew, gross, she has acne. Like, literally, that would be a psychotic mindset. And you're perfect the way you are. Okay, bestie boo. There's going to be phases of your life where you have stretch marks or you gain a little weight or you have acne and this and that. And it's out of your control. But you just need to accept yourself the way you are. And I know it's hard, but I promise you, the kinder you are to yourself every day, the more it will sink in. Because yes, I have acne scars and this could be my biggest insecurity, but I don't even care about them anymore because I just love myself. And fully as a person, I just love myself. And I'm not going to let one little thing ruin how I feel about my entire self, you know? So yeah, the next thing someone said was my weight. Everyone else is so gorgeous and I don't know how. Someone said, mostly my body. I hate my belly fat and it won't ever go away. Someone said, everything. Someone said, my weight because I have big cheeks and my teeth aren't bad, but not the best, but my body. Someone said, everything and anything. Someone said, my weight. Someone said, fat face. Someone said, my thighs. Someone said, I've been insecure about my body and being confident in it. Someone said, body. Someone said, my weight. Someone said, my bloating. Guys, it kills me how many girls are at war with their body when your body is just trying to keep you alive. Okay? This actually makes me want to cry. Like, it's like the most common insecurity is people talking about their bodies and your body image. And I get it. I'm a girl. Like, I know the unrealistic standards we grew up with, and I do beat myself up the same way all of us do. But when you see it in writing like this, when you ask girls to submit their insecurities and most of them are about their weight and their body, it kills me. Because I know if I met all of you in a room right now, I would think that all of you are so beautiful. And it literally breaks my heart because I've met some of you in real life and I see you with my own eyes and I'm like, you guys are the cutest humans ever. You are so beautiful. And this mindset that you're in about hating your body and wanting to lose more weight or wanting to look different, wanting to change your body, whatever it is, society has taught you to hate your body. You were not born with these insecurities. You were not born hating your body and hating yourself. It literally physically hurts to think about you guys being insecure about these things because we've all been trained to want to be different all the time and to change things about ourselves all the time. And it's exhausting to be a girl. It's literally so tiring to constantly see yourself in the mirror and constantly pick out things that aren't good enough. And you know what? If you're in that mindset, you will always pick out things that aren't good enough. You need to decide that instead of doing that, you are going to look at yourself and pick out things that you love. Okay? It's the only way you're going to change your mindset on things over time. And I promise it will feel weird. It will feel weird at first, okay? To look at yourself and try to think of things that you love instead of things that you hate because you're retraining your whole brain, okay? But you need to. Bodies change. Bodies fluctuate daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Your body is going to change. That is life. That is literally how you were made, is to not look the same all the time. And did I used to hate the fact that I couldn't fit into my jeans from when I was 16 years old? Yes. Like I used to be like, why am I not that skinny anymore? You are meant to change over time, okay? And you need to stop picking on yourself and your body and what it looks like because it is always changing. It is functioning the way it functions to keep you alive, and it is working for you. I think ever since I heard that your body is working for you, I just haven't been the same with my insecurities in my body. Like, your body's literally working to keep you alive, and you're just going to sit here and talk crap about it and hate on it. And it makes me so sad. Like, just think about every day, your body is literally working to keep you alive, and you're hating on it. I also just hate how much girls focus on their bodies because it is the least interesting thing about you. Like I said, there are so many more parts to you that are worth noticing and caring about than what your body looks like. What is your personality like? I want to know what your heart is like. I want to know that you love your sense of humor. I want to know that you are smart. Like, those are the things that matter more than what your body looks like, more than what you think you look like, your appearance, anything you're insecure about. And I just hate that as girls, we're trained to pick out things about ourselves that we don't like. And that shouldn't be the normal. Like, it really shouldn't. Okay? And I just want you to slowly every day work on being a little bit kinder towards yourself and picking out things that you love in the mirror instead of things that you hate. Okay? Bodies are literally made differently, shaped differently. And it's okay. All of that is beautiful. You don't have to look like anyone else. Okay? I used to like pick out things like about myself, like the fact that I had a short torso. So it would always look like I had more weight on my stomach. And because I have a short torso, and it's like, I shouldn't even know what that means. Like, I shouldn't even notice these things about myself because do you know how much you have to be like analyzing yourself to be like, oh, I have a short torso? What? Like, live your life. Like, it's actually crazy how much we pick ourselves apart. And it is the internet's fault. Like, there are so many trends on the internet and things to be insecure about and things that are like pushed at you to fix about yourself as a girl. And I just want you to know that you're perfect the way you are. Okay, bestie boo, and you don't need to change yourself. I know what it's like to sit in your room and focus on all the things you don't like about yourself and think of all the things you want to change and constantly be working for a body that's not yours and trying to change it. And it's never going to work. You're never going to be happy with yourself. The more you pick out things that you don't like, the more you will keep doing that. And I love you, and I just want you to know that you're enough the way you are. Because you were made the way you are for a reason. And you can't wait for someone to come around and tell you that. You have to just see it in yourself first and love yourself first. Okay? Okay, I wanted to answer a few girl talk questions so it's not all just me yelling at you to stop picking apart your insecurities. Okay, someone said how to make one of your fake friends jealous. Girl, we don't need to be doing all that. Okay, you don't need to be doing all that. I need a sip of matcha. It's so good. Okay. Do you know how you're actually going to get revenge? How you're actually going to make people jealous of you? Living your best freaking life. Okay? You don't need to make anyone jealous. You don't need to go out of your way to make anyone jealous of you. It will just happen when you focus on yourself. The more that you actually try to go out of your way to make people jealous of you, it won't work. You are literally kind of channeling their energy. Okay, you're stooping down to their level by trying to make them jealous or trying to do anything against them. The revenge is living your best life. The revenge is getting everything you've ever wanted. The revenge is keeping your positivity and staying true to yourself. The revenge is keeping your positivity and staying true to yourself because that's something that they could never do. Okay, that's how you get revenge on fake friends, anyone that does you wrong. Hope that they get better, genuinely have good intentions for their life, and just do you. People who hold grudges don't get anywhere with them. Holding grudges is just holding anger, and the only thing that holding a grudge does is hurt you. It doesn't hurt the other person, okay? I just want you guys to be happy and to actually get revenge on someone. The best feeling you're going to have is forgetting they exist, doing you, being happy, okay? You owe that to yourself. Someone said, doesn't hurt to get your period. Yes, okay. Sometimes I forget how young some of you guys are. Girl, I got my period yesterday and I was literally dying on the couch. I was like, I'll tell you the tale of yesterday because it was quite crazy. It was one of my worst period stories, top 4 worst period experiences ever. So I've actually had it pretty good lately where I haven't had too many cramps, but yesterday was different. Okay. I woke up, started cooking, like meal prepping. I was making beef and like stuff like that and sweet potatoes. And I was cooking. Everything was going great. Right. And then things took a turn. Okay. I started dying from cramps. Okay. They came on slowly. And then I was like, oh, I think I'm getting cramps. Let me take an Advil. Now I've learned. Okay. I've learned my lesson because one time I took an Advil without eating and I vomited up. So I was like, let me eat a little. Felt nauseous already. I was like, I don't want to eat. Ate some crackers, took an Advil, continued my cooking. I literally was on the bathroom floor for like an hour, just dying from cramps. And then I would come back out, finish my cooking, go back to the bathroom floor, die on the floor. And after like that hour of dying on the bathroom floor, I was literally like sprawled out dying. I went back to the kitchen because I'm like, this Advil is not working. I'm gonna take another Advil. So I grabbed my carrots because obviously I need to eat before I eat another Advil. I grab my carrots. I start eating them. I take one bite of this carrot. It's in my mouth. I'm like, I'm going to vomit. I felt it. I felt that protruding, horrible feeling in my gut. And I was like, I'm literally going to vom. And I ran to the bathroom. The fridge was still open. I threw up so bad. Like literally, it felt horrible. I was throwing up orange juice, which is like terrible. Sorry for the visual. And then I literally quickly jumped in the shower, took a hot shower. I thought it would help the cramps. Usually it does. And I also drank hot water trying to help the cramps. Usually it does. I don't know why these cramps are so freaking persistent. Literally my op. And I came back out here and I was still dying. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't know what's happening. And I was in so much pain yesterday. It was like top 4 worst. And then I literally, you know, when you try to control, what is that word? Fold yourself? What is that word? Contort? I was contorting myself on the couch in all these different directions. I was like trying to get comfortable because I was literally in so much pain. And then I was crying to my mom on the phone. And then I passed out. And then I fell asleep. And sleep was so peaceful. And that's my period story from yesterday. And I just want to let you guys know, yes, it hurts. But there are things you could do to combat it. Like taking a painkiller when you feel it coming on. Making sure you eat before taking your painkiller. Not doing heavy exercise right before your period. Resting. I don't know why I was in the kitchen chefing it up. I should have been on the couch. Drinking hot water is a really good one. I heard raspberry leaf tea is also really good for your period. Just some tips. Anyway, I think I'm going to end on that story time because that was honestly crazy. And that is probably the most crazy thing I have to tell you guys this week. I love you guys so freaking much. And if you want to be featured in next week's episode, make sure to rate the podcast on Spotify, Apple, or leave a comment on YouTube. And I will check them for next week. I love you guys. Make sure to follow the podcast. It's Real Talk Podcast with 4 T's. And that's where I get all my suggestions and questions. And also add me. All my socials are Niki_Patton. And I love you guys. And I will talk to you in the next one. Make sure to follow the pod And I love you guys. Mwah. I love this family so much, and I love that it's growing. And send this to your best friend if you think that they would enjoy the podcast. And I love you guys. Send it to your group chats. Anyway, mwah. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.